find the delta connected equivalent is said. How to find out that? So now once this is a star connection network, delta is something like this. So you have to go for this one, this kind of connection. Okay. That means star elements are given. That means ZA, ZB, ZC is given. You have to find out ZAB, ZB, ZAC, ZBC. ZAB. ZAB is equal to what is the formula? ZA plus ZB plus ZA ZB divided by ZC, which is equal to ZA. ZA is what? 5 plus ZB. ZB is what? ZB is 10 plus ZA ZB. ZA ZB is what? 5 into 10 divided by 10J. 10J. That's C. Okay, right. 10 gets cancelled. 10 gets cancelled. Then what is left out? J, when it goes to numerator, it becomes minus J. See here how exactly we can have? J is nothing but 90 degree phase shift. Minus J is nothing but minus 90 degree. Okay. J is equal to, what is that we have? 1 by J. 1 by J can be written as multiply by J in the numerator. That is multiply by J in the numerator. J. What will you get? So multiply and divide. So J into J you will get it. J into J, J squared. J squared is, so J value is nothing but root of minus 1. J squared is minus 1. So therefore we will get it as J divided by minus 1, we will get it as minus J. So therefore, on the other hand, simply we can say that 1 by J is nothing but equal to minus J. Okay, right. Or we can write it as, that's what we can write it. So this is the basic concept. So therefore, what will you get? 10, this is the real part. 10 plus 5, 15. 15, when J goes to numerator, 15 minus 5J. 15 minus 5J, you will get it. Okay, right. Similarly, ZBC is equal to ZB plus ZC plus ZB, ZC divided by ZA. We are going to have ZB is 10 plus C, ZC is 10J plus 10 into 10J divided by 5. So this is nothing but 2 times. 2 into 10, 20J. So 20J, 2 into 10, 20J, 20J plus 10J, 30J. Therefore, 10 plus 30J. Similarly, we have ZDC. ZAC is equal to ZA plus ZC plus ZA, ZC divided by ZB, which is equal to ZA. ZA is 5 plus ZC. ZC is 10J plus 5 into 10J divided by 10. 10 gets cancelled. That is your ZB is 10. 10 gets cancelled. 5J plus 10J, 15J. So therefore, 5 plus 15J. So we got all the 3 values. Now we can write down the delta connected equivalent. Delta connected equivalent we can write in this format. This is A, this is B, and this is C. That AB, between A and B, 15 minus 5J. 15 minus 5J. And ZAC. ZAC is 5 plus 15J. 5 plus 15J. And ZBC. ZBC is 10 plus 30J. 10 plus 30J. That's all. That's how we are converting star into delta. Right? Okay. Now let us move on to one more problem of same kind. Okay, right. So here we have a problem wherein we have obtain the delta connected. Here he has given the star connected. One more problem in the examination. Obtain the delta connected equivalent for the network shown in figure. Okay. Here he has given capacitance also. Okay, right? One capacitance, one inductance, and one resistance. Parallel with that, one more resistance we have. Okay, right. So now what is this? This is J2, he said. J5 and 5 ohms, 10 ohms. Okay, right. This is C. This is A. This is B. This point is B. We have to find out the delta connected equivalent. What you should do here? So this is the only star here. The star here is this one. And next, this will come parallel with this one. That's all. So the whole circuit will have to find out the delta connected equivalent. So how to do this one? Once again, same story. What is that we have? ZAB. ZAB is equal to ZA plus ZB plus ZA ZB divided by ZC, which is equal to ZA 2J, ZB 5J. Sorry, this is not 2J, minus 2J, if I am right. 1 minute. Yeah, it's minus 2J. Because the capacitance, as I said, it should be minus 2J. So therefore, what will you get? Minus 2J plus ZB is 5J plus minus 2J into 5J divided by the resistance is what? 5. 5 gets cancelled. Then what will you get?
Check it out here. J into J, J square. J into J is what? J into J is J square is equal to minus 1. So therefore, what will you get? J square is minus 1. Minus into minus plus 1. So therefore, what will you get? So plus you will get it. Plus 2 you will get it. Plus 2, which is equal to plus 2 and J, 5J minus 2J is plus 3J. Plus 3J you will get it. Next. ZBC is equal to ZB plus ZC plus ZC divided by ZA. ZB 5J plus ZC. ZC is what? ZC is 5 plus 5J into 5 divided by ZA. ZA is minus 2J. Minus 2J. JJ gets cancelled. What will you get? 5 into 5, 25. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Minus 12.5 plus 5. Minus 12.5 plus 5 is minus 7.5. Minus 7.5. So minus 7.5 plus 5J. 5J you will get it. Okay, right? Next, ZBC we got it. ZAB we got it. ZAC. ZAC is nothing but equal to ZA plus ZC plus ZA ZC divided by ZB, which is equal to ZA is what? Minus 2J plus ZC. ZC is what? 5 plus minus 2J into 5 divided by what is the value rest is ZB. ZB is 5J. 5J. This 5 gets cancelled, JJ gets cancelled, we'll have to with minus 2. Minus 2 plus 5 is 3. 3 minus 2J we got it. Right? So therefore, what is that we can write it? Now, rewrite the diagram. Now what is that we have? Along with this, we have a parallel one resistance is there. That is 10 ohms. Okay, right. This is A. This is B. And this is C. Right. ZAB. AB is what? 2 plus 3J. 2 plus 3J. ZAC. ZAC is 3 minus 2J. Okay. ZBC. ZBC is 7.5 plus 5J.
Sir, minus 17.5.
17.5,
sir.
minus 7.5, sorry. Minus 7.5 plus 5J.
Sir, 17.5, sir.
This is okay, this is okay. These two are in parallel because this point
17.5.
Which one?
25 plus minus 7.5 or 17.
ZBC, sir.
How come?
Minus 17.5.
JJ gets cancelled. 25. 25 divided by 2? 12.5 minus 12.5. Minus 12.5 plus 5. Minus 7.5, no? Correct, Allah? Okay, right. So you can verify that. So how much is that? Minus 7.5 is right answer. Okay, minus 7.5 plus 5j, you will get it. Okay, I think it is. I hope it is correct. Minus 7.5 plus 5j, and now these two are in parallel. This you parallelly take it. So what is that we have? Parallel combination. Minus 7.5 plus 5j into 10 divided by minus what is that we have? Minus 7.5 plus 5j plus 10. Now you multiply by 10. What will you get? 10 minus 17.5. Sorry, minus 75 plus 50j divided by 10 minus 7.5 is 2.5. 2.5 plus 5j. Okay. When you have this kind of problem, what you should do is how to operate using calculator. So you may be having different calculators. If you want, I can give any of them. Most of the students are having this calculator. I will be doing with this calculator. And if you want, I will also, if anybody is there, you can ask me. I'll tell how to do this problem using this calculator, right? Anyhow, so now I shall go for this one. So switch on the calculator. In this, you go for the mode. In the mode, we have, okay, after switching on, go to mode, press mode. We have 1, 2, 3. One is compound number and second one is complex number. You press 2, it will go to complex mode. You can see that on the top of the screen, we can see complex. Can you see that? Complex is there. So therefore, we are going to have complex has come. Now you enter. How to enter this one? First, you see. This is where you have in the numerator as well as in the denominator is there. To put it in a bracket, first you press the bracket. Bracket button will be there. So press the bracket. 75 minus 75, just like ordinary this one, plus 50. We have I here above ENG. ENG is engineering value. It's not English. Engineering value. Above that we have I is there. You don't have to put any of the modes. Just you press I. Engineering, that will be I only. Okay, right? You can see that I has come. Close the bracket. Divided by. So open the bracket. And what you have? 2.5. 2.5 plus 5. I is same. I. Close the bracket. Equals. You will get 2 plus 16i. The answer is 2 plus 16i. Can you get that? Okay, right. So therefore, answer is 2 plus 16i. That's how you should do it. So if you don't, so if you want familiarize it, once again, you check it out. 2 plus 16i. I'll do a few more problems in the later stage. I is nothing but j here. I or j is a complex number only. In our this one, calculator will give in mathematics and all. For the complex number representation, we use I. But that's the reason why in the calculator is coming as I. But in our engineering and all, we use in electronic subjects, we use the notation for complex as j. So therefore, so you can write, even though I is coming, you write as 2 plus 16j. That's how you should do it. Is it okay? Right. Any of the doubts are there? You can ask me, you can mail me, or you can message me. Okay, right. Still, you will have a practice after doing many problems on this concept, right? Okay, that's all the answer. Now what I should do? This is replaced by now. Rewrite the diagram. So this one will remain same. 2 plus 3j will remain same. Now the delta equivalent has changed because of the parallel resistance here. So that has come 2 plus 16j, 2 plus 16j. And next, what we have is 3 minus 2j, 3 minus 2j. That's all. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. That's how we should solve the problem. So whenever the complex values are there, you should know how to operate using in the calculator in the complex mode. Okay, and lucky that the complex values automatically you can multiply. Manually it's very difficult. Multiplication, division, and all. Just like you have to go to complex mode and you should see that I is there. Okay, right? I'll go to the next problem. Same one more complex value problem. I will do it. That might be the last problem on this concept, right? Very interesting problem. So here, this is a problem on 20. This is a problem on 20 network. And these 20s are made out of complex values like inductance, resistance. Okay, right? Yes?
Explanation in this calculator.
Is required? Okay, right. Look here. If you're anybody is so using this calculator, just observe here. In this, once again, you'll have to go for the mode in this calculator. Please note that mode. Okay, what is the problem? Sorry, calculation. Ratio calculation. Minus. What is the value?
Minus 75 plus 50 ij.
Minus 75
Plus 50j.
plus 50j
Divided by
divided by
2.5 plus 5j.
2.5 plus 5j. Okay. Now, for people who are using the this kind of calculator now, see, once you press the mode, you will get two options. One is compound number, another one is complex number 2. Okay, right? I'll press the mode, press the button 2. You will get complex. Now the calculator has come to the complex mode. Now, once you get this complex mode, once again start the open bracket, this button. I think here you cannot see, but in your calculator, the above argument is there, no? That one. Open the calculator, this one bracket, minus 75 plus 50j. J is there. Above engineering, you can see that I is there. You close the I, 50I, you can see that. Close the bracket. Next button is this one. Close the bracket. Divided by. Open bracket once again. 2.5 plus 5I is there. You can see. Close the bracket is equal to. You can see that 2 you will get it. So that means you will get real and imaginary. It's the speciality in this one is you will get the real and imaginary value separately. So you got the value, the first value you got it as 2. Next, what you should do is you shift the button is there. Shift button is there. Can you see this? Shift button is there. Shift equals is there. Real to imaginary. Can you read this one? Above the equals, you can see that real to imaginary. So you shift equals, you will get imaginary part. That means after real, you will get the imaginary part. 6I, you can see that. That is plus 16I. 16I or J we can write. That's how we should do it. So therefore, so here in this kind of calculators, you will get the real and imaginary value separately. So therefore, what you should do is once you press equal, you will get the real value. Then shift equals, if you press it, you will get the real to imaginary. You can see that, but you can read it. Real to imaginary is there. So if you read that and then it will go to imaginary part. Equals, if you press it after shifting, then you will get that. That's how we are going to do it. So still any doubts are there, you can ask me later, right? Okay. Now we will go for one more problem. This is a very interesting problem. The question is something like this. The network shown consists of two star-connected network, that is 20 star-connected network in parallel. Obtain the single delta equivalent. That means two standard parallel star-connected networks are there, that is 20 network, and obtain a single delta equivalent is said. So how to do this problem? Okay, the question is like this. Inductance is there, and here one inductance, one more inductance like this. Here one, first one resistance with one inductance, and this one with one resistance. You are right. Right. So what is that we have? This is 10. This is 10. This is 10J. This is 10J. And this is 5 ohms, and this is 5J. So 5J, 10, 10, and 10J, 10J, 5 ohms. So this is two star connected networks are there. Okay, right? Now we have to convert both the stars into delta. They are parallel to each other. So separate it first. So similar kind of problems, many problems we did it earlier also. Now what I should do is split the two stars, convert the equivalent, convert it into equivalent delta, then they become parallel. So now what I will do is first star I will take it. I will take this star first. Let us call this one as A, B, C, 10, 10, 10J. Okay. Now you find out the delta equivalent for this one. ZAB. ZAB is equal to ZA plus ZB plus ZA ZB divided by ZC, which is equal to ZA is 10 plus ZB is 10 plus 10 into 10 divided by 10 into 10 divided by 10J. So therefore, what is that we get it? 10J or 5J?
5J, sir.
5J. 5J. So 10 and 10 divided by 5J. Okay, this is 2 times. Okay, what will I get? 2 into 10, 20. J when it goes to numerator, minus J. So therefore, what will I get? Minus 20J, you will get it. 10 plus 10 is 20. So therefore, we will get it as 20 minus 20J. 20 minus 20J. Okay, right. ZBC is equal to ZB plus ZC plus ZB divided by ZA. ZB is what? 10 plus ZC 5J plus 10 into 5J divided by 10. 10 gets cancelled. What is left out? 5J plus 5J is 10J. So therefore we will get it as 10 plus 10J. Similarly, ZAC is equal to ZA plus ZC plus ZC divided by ZB, which is equal to ZA. A is what? 10 plus ZC. C is what? 5J plus 10 into 5J divided by 10 into 5J divided by ZB is 10. 10 gets cancelled. 5J plus 5J is 10J. 10 plus 10J you will get it. That is one star converted to delta. Next we take one more delta, one more star. Second star is like this: 2 inductance and 1 resistance. You call it as A dash, B dash, C dash. Okay, right? 10J, 5. Okay, right. Now what is that we have is ZAB dash. I call it ZAB dash. ZAB dash is ZA plus ZB plus ZA ZB divided by ZC is equal to ZA. It is A dash. Can I dash for all dash you put it. Okay, right. What is ZA dash? ZA dash is 10J plus ZB dash 10J plus 10 into 10J divided by ZC dash 5. This is 2 times. Okay, right. Check it out. J into J squared is minus 10 into 2, 20. Minus 20 real part. 10J plus 10J, 20J you will get it. Okay, right. Now, ZBC dash is equal to ZB dash plus ZC dash, ZB dash into ZC dash divided by ZA dash, which is equal to ZB dash. ZB dash is what? 10J plus ZC dash 5 plus 10J into 5 divided by what is that we have? ZA dash. ZA dash is what? 10J. 10J gets cancelled. So what is that we left out? 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 10J you will get it. Okay. Next to ZAB dash, ZAC dash. ZAC dash is equal to ZA dash plus ZC dash plus ZA dash ZC dash divided by ZB dash. Okay. ZA dash is what? 10J. 10J plus ZC dash. ZC dash is 5 plus 10J into 5 divided by ZB dash. ZB dash is 10J. 10J gets cancelled. We left out with 10 plus 10J. 10 plus 10J. So that's how we are going to calculate. Now, in place of this star, we shall put delta. So this is 1, 2 delta, you will get it. 1 delta first I will write it. The top delta I will, for this one I will take top delta I will write it. So delta this is one delta. Okay. So what is that we have? This is A, B, and this is C. Visible, no? Okay. ZAB is what? 20 minus 20J. 20 minus 20J. And ZAC is 10 plus 10J. Okay, right. Next, ZBC is what?
10 plus 10.
This is also 10 plus 10J. Okay. Now, these two stars are delta. Therefore, the equivalent, what is that we are going to have? Two parallel delta connected network you are going to get. So, therefore, you are going to have parallel with this one you will get. What is this one? AB dash. AB dash is minus 20 plus minus 20 plus 20J. And parallel with this one more impedance. What is that we have? 10 plus 10J now?
Yes, sir.
10 plus 10J. 10 plus 10J. Next, parallel with this one more impedance. 10 plus 10J. 10 plus 10J. That's how we are going to get it. Now, equivalent you write it. 10J, 10 plus 10J, parallel with 10 plus 10J. Two equal impedances. Resistances, what do you do? Half you will get. Same way, impedance is also half. So therefore, 10 plus 10J, parallel with 10 plus 10J, we will get it as 5 plus 5J. This also 10 plus 10J, parallel with 10 plus 10J, we get 5J. 5 plus 5J, half of it. Two equal resistances parallel, we take half of it. Two impedances are parallel, then also we get a half of it. So therefore, what you are going to get is no need to use calculator, directly we can get it. 5 plus 5J, 5 plus 5J you will get it. 5 plus 5J. Okay. Now, what about this one? This is very interesting answer, you are going to get it. Right. What is this one? Now, I'll take the parallel combination of these two. Simplify the parallel combination. Okay. Now, what is the parallel of these two? Okay, right? Parallel combination. I'll simplify that. What is that we have? Minus 20 plus 20J or parallel combination. R1, R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Here Z1, Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. 20 minus 20J divided by sum of it. Minus 20 plus 20J plus 20 minus 20J. A very interesting answer you are going to get it. Plus 20 minus 20 gets cancelled. 20J minus 20J will get cancelled. What is denominator will get 0. Anything divided by 0 is what? Infinity will get. So impedance is equal to infinity. When the impedance is infinity, any circuit is open circuited, then it becomes, what is that? Impedance is infinity. So therefore, the equivalent network would be what? So what is that we can write it? So sorry, I have it off. Okay. So this we got it. Okay, 5 plus 5j, 5 plus 5j, 5 plus 5j. And here, one more arm of the delta will be open circuited because which offers infinite impedance, and this branch is having the is open circuited. Impedance offered by this one is infinity, right? So this is one of the rare kind of problem. Many students have done the mistake in this one, right? Anyway, no need to calculate the numerator one. Automatically, denominator is 0 means anything by 0 is infinity. Directly you can write it. So this is the delta equivalent for the given network, right? Okay. So this is about the star delta connections are concerned, right? So far we did what is that? Source shifting, source transformation, and basics, as well as what is that? Star delta transformation. Now let us move on to the next topic, mesh analysis, right? So that's all about the star delta transformation is concerned. Now we shall move on to the mesh analysis concept. So what is mesh analysis, and why do we need to do that? Okay. Or loop analysis. So next topic of this in the syllabus is mesh analysis or loop analysis. Mesh or loop analysis. Mesh or loop analysis. Okay, right. What is this mesh? As I said, mesh or loop is nothing but what? Any closed path for the current to flow. If you have such loop is nothing but equal. That such network is nothing but closed network or mesh we call it. And what is that? Simplest form of a loop is nothing but mesh. A loop contains many meshes, but many meshes cannot contain any number of loops. So what is the purpose of it? So this is a general method of finding the voltage or current in any network. If you want to find out voltage or current in any network, you will have to go for loop analysis or mesh analysis. This is general method. Whether you need it or not, you are going to get the current or voltage in all the branches. And whichever, let us say, even if you want to find out the voltage or current in one branch, you have to find out all the current. Automatically, you will get branch currents in all the branches, or all the elements current you will get it. So how exactly we can do it? Observe it. Let us take one general network. Let us say I'll take one network like this, plus minus, and I have an impedance Z1, and this is Z2. This is Z3, and this is Z4, and this is Z5. And this is another power supply, let us say, plus minus. This cell card as power source E2, E1. Okay. Now, as soon as the network is given, first you mark the loops. Whichever the direction you want, you can do it. So I will use, throughout the course, I will use the clockwise. So this I will mark it as loop, one loop. And the current flowing in the loop I will call it as I1. And this current I will call it as I2. And this current I will call it as I3. And different students have learned in a different ways in your lowest semesters. Someone will take what is that from this direction, this direction. Sir, is it possible to take it opposite? Definitely you can take it, you will get the same answer. So first you mark this one. So I will follow one method. You throughout the course, I am going to follow the same method. If you know some other method, you follow that, but you should know correctly. Then only you can follow. Otherwise, you follow this method, right? And throughout the course, I follow this method. So what is the method we are going to have? Once you mark this loop currents, then I am going to mark the branch currents in each branch of them, right? So this current is what is the current flowing to this one? I1. This is what? See that I am going to mark the currents in this one. You might be taking the other way direction also, sir. Like some people will say, sir, I will take this direction, this direction. No, I will take throughout the course, I will take the same direction. And if it is going in this direction, I call this current as I1. If it is opposite, I call it as minus I2. I call it as minus I2. And similarly, here, Current in this direction, I2 is positive, opposite direction is minus. So therefore, I2 minus I3. Throughout the finding the loop equation. So this is first you mark the loops and then you mark the currents in the branch. This branch is no problem. Current flowing is only one current, I1 is there. This also I2 is there. This also I3 is there. No need to mark. But whenever any branch is having the two currents, then you mark it and direction also. And I have marked in this direction, that's why it is positive, and opposite is minus. So whichever is opposite, I will take it as minus, right? Once you write this mesh loops, once you mark this loop, what you should do is you have to write down the loop equations or mesh equations. And number of mesh equations you are going to get is equal to number of loops or meshes you have. Here we have 3 loops are there, therefore you are going to get the 3 equations. And how to solve this one? Okay, now the basis for the mesh analysis, Kirchhoff current, Kirchhoff voltage, or KVL we say. And similarly later on we are going to have what is known as nodal analysis. The basis for it is Kirchhoff current law. Now how to solve this problem? Right. First you write down the Kirchhoff voltage equation, nodal mesh equations we should write it. So mesh equations we should write it. Okay. What are the standards I am following it? So if I am going in the direction of the current, if I am in the direction of the current, if I am in the direction of current, in the direction of current, I will use it as negative. Opposite to the direction of the current. Opposite means positive. While writing the equation, and if I am in the same direction, I will use the negative notation. And if I am going in the opposite direction, positive notation we are going to have. And similarly, if I am in the power supply, if I am going from plus to minus, if I am going this way, it will be negative, I will take it. And if there is a power supply, and let us say, if I am having plus minus, if I am going in the opposite direction, I will write it as positive. So what is this one? What is this KVL says? So that means the basis of the mesh analysis is what? KVL. What is this KVL says? Algebraic sum of the voltage drops or rises in any closed mesh is equal to 0. On the other hand, algebraic sum of the drops is equal to voltage rise in any closed mesh. Or algebraic sum of the sources in any closed mesh is equal to total IR drops in that mesh. That is also so 3 different ways we can write it. Or in any closed mesh, voltage rise is equal to voltage drop. These are the different ways of defining the what is that? Kirchhoff voltage law or Kirchhoff KVL we call it as. So how let's say that means algebraic sum of the IR products is equal to source or sum of all the what is that? The voltage sources or rises or drops is equal to 0. So now what is that? We have start from this point. Voltage drops. Voltage is nothing but equal to what? Current into resistance. Therefore, same direction I am going. See, current is going in this direction. I am also going in the same direction. Therefore, I take it as so first mesh. What is that? Mesh 1, loop 1. I can write as loop 1, loop 1. Start from this point. You can start from any point. I will start from this point. Let us say same direction minus. As I said, if I am in the same direction of the current, I will take it as negative. So minus voltage drop. This drop plus this drop plus this drop is equal to 0. We said. So this drop is what? V is equal to I into R. Current is what? I1. Impedance is what? Z. Therefore, we can write it as minus Z1 into I1 minus Z1 into I1. Now I am going in the same direction. What is that? You can write it. Same direction is minus. What is the drop? Z2 into I1 minus I2. Z2 into I1 minus I2. Why minus? Same direction. Drop is what? Current into resistance or impedance. Current is I1 minus I2. Z2. I am going in the direction. See the direction. I am going in this direction. You should see. Don't see this thing. Already I have marked from these two. So I got this direction. Now I am going from here to here. What is that we have? Minus to plus. Whenever it is from minus to plus, where I am going from here to where? Minus to plus. If you are going from minus to plus, I will take it as positive. So therefore, plus E1 is equal to 0. Now you group the I1 and I2 elements. I1 coefficients are what? Z1 minus of minus you can take it outside. Z1 minus Z2, minus I have taken out, minus of Z1 plus Z2 into I1. Next, I2 coefficients are what? Minus into minus plus Z2 into I2 is equal to Z2 into I2 is equal to minus E1. To transfer E1 to the right hand side. Call this as equation number 1. Next, what is that? Next equations. Loop 2. Loop 2. What will you get? Loop 2. Start from this point. Start from this point. Same direction. Current is going in the I2 direction. Minus Z3 into I2. And next, same direction. Minus Z4 into I2 minus I3. Next, opposite direction. Current is coming in this direction. Opposite is what? Plus. Plus into Z2 into. Same current you write it. What is that we have? I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. I won't change that. Some of the people have done that way. What is that we have? The such current is going in this direction. I take it I2 minus I1. You can take it. That is also correct. But I am following this method. So what I am doing is this direction I have marked it and I am coming like this. Opposite means plus, same direction is negative. So if you are doing in that method, you do it no problem. Still it's correct only. But you should know that method perfectly. Then only you do it. Otherwise, you follow this method. Right. Now what is that we have? I1 coefficients. We mark it in that. What is that we have? Z2 into I1. Z2 into I1. Next, I2 coefficients. Minus Z3, minus Z4, minus Z2. Therefore, minus I will take it outside. Z2 plus Z3 plus Z4. Minus for all of them. Minus Z2, minus I have taken. Minus Z3, I have taken minus outside. Minus Z4 for I2. I have taken out into I2. Next, I3 coefficient. Minus into minus plus Z4 into I3 is equal to 0. This is the second equation part. Next, KVL2. So, KVL2 loop 2. This is KVL2. KVL2. This is KVL2. KVL2. KVL2 loop 3. Now, start from this point. We have to come back to the same point. Same direction. Minus Z5. Minus Z5 into I3. Next, plus to minus is minus. According to that, plus to minus is minus. Minus E2. Minus E2. Next, if you are going in the opposite, so I am coming here. Opposite direction is plus Z4 into I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. Now, group the I2, I3, I4 in the same order. What is that we have? Z4 into I2. And what about I3? I3 coefficients are what? Minus Z4, minus Z5. Therefore, I take the minus outside. Z4 plus Z5 into I3 is equal to E2. This is the equation number. So these three equations are the loop equations. They are the linear equations. And by solving these three equations, we can find out the currents I1, I2 and I3. Okay. In the next class, I will continue with how to solve these equations and how to find out the currents I1, I2, I3 using calculator also. In the calculator, we can easily do that one, right? How to solve this, I will tell you. Right? Thank you. I will continue in the next class.
Thank you, sir.